Okay, so you think goal setting is easy. Most people fail because they miss this one thing. I know I did. Let me tell you what it is. Stay tuned. Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. I am Sandra, the owner of Digital Studio Toolbox, and today we're talking about goals and why most people fail. Okay, and hey, I'm a perfect example of preaching to the choir because I have failed. I had a couple of goals that I had in mind. I didn't write them down, but I had them in mind. But of course, I didn't accomplish them. Why? Because one, I didn't write them down. I didn't review the goals every day or at least once a week. But at least one of the goals that I did have in my mind, I did stick to it, and I'm going to let you know which goal that was, okay? So, basically, guys, if you don't know my story, I've been working a side hustle for over 6 years here on the internet and have made some money here and there, but I never really focused on turning it into a business until last year when I decided to start my YouTube channel and go all in. Because I want to retire early from my corporate job. Don't get me wrong, I love my corporate job. I think we have the best workers ever. We work well together as a team. Never hardly any conflict. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better work environment. So, with that being said, let's move on. I've set goals, but I didn't realize that I was missing something that would help me stick to my goals, and I will tell you what that missing piece is. So stick to the end of the video so that you can find out too. And this is really a game changer. It's simple, but it's a game changer. Alright, so let's keep it real. Goals are like your life's GPS. They help you figure out where you want to go and how to get there. And when you have clear goals, you're not just whining, winging it every day. You're focused, you're motivated, you're making moves. But here's the thing, just having goals isn't enough. And a lot of us, because of our goals, are either too big, too small, or we just don't stick to them. And I mean, if you don't have them written down, like the big mistake that I did, you're not going to even remember, what goals that you really wanted. Been there, done that. You guys can relate. What you don't know about me is that this is my third YouTube channel that I started, and the problem is I never stuck with it. So, didn't I tell you there was one goal that I did accomplish this year? And guess what that was? Sticking to my YouTube channel, creating videos nonstop for an entire year. Okay? That's what I've done, and I am proud to say that I have accomplished that goal. I can say that so far, that was the only goal that I accomplished this year, so I can beat myself up or celebrate myself for at least doing that much and not giving up. Because let's be honest, a lot of people have achieved way more on their channel and start later in the year, but I have to keep telling myself that their journey is not my journey. But this coming year, I decided to give myself a theme for my goal, and it's called Getting Back to Me 2025. Basically, that means not only building a better business for my life, but building a better me. My health and fitness, growing my business to 6 figures, and reading the books so that I can strengthen my mind and build my business better and have better knowledge of how businesses run, so that I can implement systems so that I can achieve my goals. Now remember when I talked to you earlier about the missing piece? Well, that's it. It's putting systems in place in order to achieve your goals. See, it's easy to just write down the goals and look at them every day, but unless you break it down and put systems in place, it's going to be next to impossible. And I believe having systems will knock out everything from motivation and all that kind of stuff. I think with systems comes having a plan, having tools, having uh, a daily routine. That is where your systems come in. So, for example, if your goal is to read a book, instead of saying, I'll read the whole thing in a week, say, I'll try and read 10 pages every day. That way it feels manageable. Okay? So now we have broken it down. So now, what kind of systems are we going to put into place to make sure that we read those 10 pages every day? So we're going to write it down. We're going to say, okay, when I get off from work, I'm going to take however long it takes, and I'm going to, at 4 o'clock, I'm going to read those 10 pages before I do anything else. That feels manageable. So I already have the idea that I'm going to read the book. Now that I'm going to read the book, I've decided I'm going to do 10 pages every day. Now that I've decided I'm going to do 10 pages every day, I decided what time I'm going to do those 10 pages every day. And then what kind of tool I can use to make myself remember. I can set a reminder on my phone so that I don't forget. Hey, it's time, 4 o'clock. It's time for you to read those 10 pages. This can be done like clockwork. So that right there is what I call putting systems in place. Okay? You also are going to have to understand sacrifice and competition. Achieving goals sometimes requires making sacrifices. This could mean saying no to outings or cutting back on free time. For me, it's going to be cutting back on the TV. No more Netflix, YouTube. Well, I can't give up YouTube. I mean, that's where the platform's on. But anyway, Hulu. You know, you need to focus. I need to focus. That's what matters most to reach my goals. I really need to focus more. And what I'll do is I'm not going to get rid of TV altogether. But what I would do is use my TV time as a reward. So basically, what I will do is after I achieve whatever goals I have set for that day, I will give myself 2 hours of TV time. And I feel like that's more accomplishable than me just constantly watching TV and then like, oh, what is it that I need to do for my business? No, I am buckling down. I am getting serious. I am going straight forward. 2025. I'm not saying no more this is my year. It's going to be my year. How about that? Another challenge is dealing with goal competition, which happens when multiple goals can take attention away from another goal. So trying to work on too many things at once make it hard to stay focused. And that might be so for some, but it's not so for everyone, because that model probably don't fit everyone's agenda. Like some people have been able to do multiple things. It's because they figured it out. They figure out how to schedule it. They figure out how to put it into their routine. Or they might have even bought in additional help or assistance to help them achieve that goal. So I will tell you this. Be sure to find what works for you. Don't let anyone tell you what you can and can't do. Find what works for you. So if focusing on one thing helps you to maintain and get things accomplished, then do that. But if you feel like having multiple things, systems set up in place, is going to help you get to where you need to go and you're able to achieve that without burnout, then do that. It's usually better to, like I said, they say it's usually better to tackle one goal at a time. But like I said, one size does not fit all. That lets you, it gives you, by focusing on one thing at one time, I will say for me, when I decided to focus straight on YouTube, I did start getting more understanding of YouTube. I still haven't gotten to where I want to be yet, but I'm getting there. It gives you a full effort to feel like you've accomplished a lot of things as you check off those milestones. So you want to create a plan with clear steps and write those plans down by prioritizing one goal at a time. So basically, you can have your goals set up to where you might say, okay, today is this goal. You can do that as a one goal at a time. The next day is another goal. The next day is another goal. So that way you're implementing different things to get you closer to your goal. Okay? So make sure that goal setting is at the top of your list. A useful method for setting goals starts by thinking about what really matters in your life, your core values, and then narrowing that down to specific daily actions that align with those values. For example, if being healthy is important to you, and it's a big goal for me, having a balanced lifestyle, from there I can create specific targets like exercising 3 times a week or eating a healthier meal. And what kind of systems would I put into place for exercising? So basically I would be maybe like, okay, I'm going to do this 3 days a week. So that means on Sunday night, Tuesday night, and Thursday night, I'm going to have my workout clothes set out with my sneakers, and I'm going to make sure that I have my protein shakes ready, for my meals in the morning so that I can get that protein in, and then I'm going to work out. I'm going to set my alarm clock for 5 in the morning so that I can get up and make sure that I have time to exercise before I start work. Now see, not only did you say how many times instead of saying, I'm just going to work out, I'm going to start working out. No, now you said what I broke it down 3 times a week. What else am I going to do? The day before my workouts, I'm going to set my workout clothes out. What else am I going to do? I'm going to set my alarm clock so that I can get up at 5 o'clock and start exercising. That right there is systems that you're putting into place to help you achieve the goals, okay? Instead of framing a goal negatively like I want to stop eating junk food, focus on the positive, like I will eat more fruits and vegetables every week. The positive spin can help you stay motivated. And again, with that, you can always say, I'm going to go to the grocery store on whatever day you choose, to reset your week. Like it could be Saturday, it could be Sunday, it could be Monday. And you say, I'm going to wash all my fruit and vegetables, cut them up, put them in a container so that when I'm ready to eat, they're readily available. I don't have to go through the idea of, I want to eat some fruit, but I don't feel like cutting up those berries and washing them. But if you do everything at one time and put them into containers, you've now set a system up for yourself. So since you decided that you were going to focus on eating more fruit and vegetables, now you decided, okay, when am I going to go get those fruit and vegetables? I decided on what day. What am I going to do once I get home? I'm going to wash them. I'm going to clean them. I'm going to cut them. And I'm going to store them so that you're able to get to them quicker. With those systems set in place, it's going to help you achieve your goal much more easily. Okay? Now this is a new thing called using SMART and hard goals. 2 popular methods for setting effective goals, and I just heard this watching a video, and it's the SMART and hard frameworks, and I'm just going to go over them really quick with you, just to give you an idea of an overview. The SMART frameworks help to clearly create practical goals. So be specific. What exactly do I want to do? Make sure it's measurable. How will I know when I achieved it? Is it realistic? So is it achievable? Is it relevant? Does it matter to you or does it matter to me? And time bound. when will I complete that goal? For example, instead of saying I want to run, say I will run 3 times a week. Make these goals much clearer. So you want to make them specific, you want to make them measurable, you want to make them achievable, you want to make them relevant, and you want to make them time bound. That's the SMART framework. The HARD model focuses on emotions, and that includes heartfelt, animated, required, and difficulty. So basically, heartfelt means, does this goal mean something special? Animated means, can I picture myself achieving this? Required is this something I really need? And the difficulty is, will this challenge me? Now, I'm not really understanding what this hard model part is about, but like I said, I just heard this on a video, and I'm going to really dive into it and find more information about it. So basically, it's saying you have to choose the right framework that works best for you. So I don't know. For me, I'm not sure if I would choose the hard or smart. Like I said, I'm definitely going to dive more and get more research done on this, guys. Just so that I can get a better understanding. So next thing is creating an action plan. To achieve your goals, it is vital to have a clear plan of action, daily actions. For example, if your goal is to write a book, decide how much time you're going to spend each day writing. And it's also smart to create a standard operating procedure. They call it SOP, for dealing with problems along the way. And I can understand what they mean by that. Like, sometimes life happens. Emergencies come up. Schedules get changed. And you want to make sure that when life throws you those curveballs, that you have strategies in place that will still help you focus when things get tough. So when life happens, you want to make sure that life does not knock you off of your goals. Like, even if you might say, oh my goodness, I missed my deadline for uploading. Guess what? Do that video anyway and upload it later. No biggie. Just make sure that you just don't say, you know what, forget it. I'm just not going to do it. Just get it done. Measuring progress is just as important. Regularly check how far you've come. Can help adjust any plans if needed. This concept is very new to me, so I've decided to take the entire month of January talking about this so that we can all accomplish the goals we set out for this coming year. So be on the lookout for my free planner that I'll be putting together for you guys. Okay? Watch the next video.